Stop getting tired on long motorcycle rides. Here's 5 simple tricks that work. So if you've ever finished a long motorcycle ride, you've got back, your neck's aching, your head's aching, your back's aching, your shoulders are aching, your arms are aching, your legs are aching, everything's aching, then this video is for you. Because the truth is, riding long distances isn't about toughness, it's about riding smarter. Now over the years, from riding a police bike every day, advanced riding, instructing, European motorcycle tours, spending long days in the saddle, I've learned that small changes can make a massive difference to how you feel at the end of the day. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 simple tricks that you can use that genuinely help reduce fatigue on long motorcycle trips and make your touring far more enjoyable. So stick around to the end, because I'll give you one bonus mistake that quietly drains rider energy faster than anything else. So tip number 1, relax your grip. One of the biggest causes of fatigue to riders is doing something that they don't even realise they're doing. Death gripping the handlebars, especially when you're riding in wind, you're filtering, you're cornering, you're riding fast, riding twisty roads, or just concentrating hard. The tighter you grip the bars, the more the tension builds up in your wrists, your forearms, your upper arms, your shoulders, your neck, your back, your whole body. And if the tension's building up, you're spending energy what you don't need to spend. A good habit is to continuously ask yourself, am I tense? Now, one of the things I used to teach people, especially if they're going into bends and they think they've overcooked it a little bit, is to blow out and let your body go limp. Look where you want to go. Generally, the bike will go where you're looking, and if you go limp, the bike sorts itself out. It's only when you become tense that you transfer that all the way through the bike will stand up and go where you don't want it to. So a big important thing is to ride in a loose state, and you can do that by asking yourself, am I tense? And if you are, take a breath, just blow out, let your body loosen up. You will notice a massive difference, as well as saving energy. You'll immediately notice that the bike feels more stable and it's easier to ride smoothly. Relaxed riders use less energy. Okay, tip number 2, hydrate properly. This one sounds obvious, but loads of riders get it wrong. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated, and dehydration slowly destroys stamina and concentration. You become mentally slower, physically tired, less alert and more irritable, especially when you're riding in hot weather or not wearing the proper equipment, for example breathable clothing. Now personally, I try to sip water throughout the day. Depending on how long the day is, I've actually got a Camelback, and I can wear that underneath my jacket. I have a tube what comes over the shoulder, slips under the helmet, and you can sip on that. You only want to be taking sips. You don't want to be taking big gulps. If you're taking big gulps, you inevitably are going to be wanting to do more toilet stops. If you just take sips, your body will absorb the water a lot better, and it will keep you hydrated. Don't drink too much caffeine, because caffeine actually dehydrates you. A coffee stop or 2 throughout the day is great, but 6 or 7 coffees isn't so good. You're better off drinking water. And a little tip I use, just drop one of those electrolyte tablets into the water before you start off at the beginning of the day, and that will replace any salts and stuff, nutrients like that, if you're sweating, if it's really hot. Don't forget, your body works better when it's hydrated. So tip number 3, move around the bike. Long distance comfort isn't about sitting rigidly still. It's actually the opposite. Even the most comfortable bike will become uncomfortable if you stay in the same position all through the ride. So keep moving. Simple little adjustments will help you massively. Shift your seating position. Now I know you can't move far, but just hutch back a little bit or hutch forward a little bit. Move your feet. Have you got cruising pegs? If not, consider putting some cruising pegs on your bike. Instead of sitting in the normal upright position, you can extend your feet. Makes a massive difference. You can stretch the legs while you're doing it. Maybe stand up while you're riding. Make sure you practice that one though before you start doing that at stupid speeds. Or don't do it at stupid speeds. Do it at slow speeds. But just standing up. If you come to traffic lights, put both feet down on the floor and stand up. Just have a little bit of a move about on the back of the bike. It'll make you feel a lot better. Adventure bike riders tend to do this probably more than road riders because the nature of the bike allows you to stand up while you're riding. Not so much so on a road bike because of the physical shape of the bike. But you can do it on almost any motorcycle, whether it's a Harley, an R1 or a GS. Tiny movements keep the blood flowing, and the blood flowing keeps you feeling better, stops you getting achy. And honestly, this becomes more important the older we get. So tip number 4, take regular breaks before you think you need them. One of the worst things you can do, and we've all been guilty of it, is to keep pushing through. You might have 200 miles left or 100 miles left at the end of the day, and you just want to get home or get to your destination. You're probably already going to be aching by now, but if you take a break, even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, when you get back on the bike, you're going to feel so much better. Fatigue doesn't suddenly appear, it starts to build. And if you can recognise the onset of fatigue, you'll know best how to deal with it. Professional riders, police riders, endurance riders, we all know how to manage that fatigue. We recognise the onset and we manage it. And the trick is simple. Take a break before you need it. You're better off taking one 5-minute break every hour or so than taking a half-hour break every 4 hours. You're going to feel more refreshed, your body's going to feel better, and it's going to thank you for it in the long run. So get off the bike, take your helmet off, walk around, even do a few exercises, a few stretches at the side of the road. You will feel so much better. You might look a clown if you're doing star jumps at the side of the road, but you are going to feel better. So tip number 5, ride smoothly. Riding smoothly is probably the biggest game changer of all. If you're constantly accelerating hard, braking hard, going around corners, bends fast, you're tensing up, you're fighting the bike, and you're using massive amounts of physical and mental energy. Smooth riders often arrive feeling fresher despite covering the same distances. The key is look well ahead. You should be doing that anyway. Read the road early. Avoid unnecessary braking. Avoid harsh acceleration and ride with a flowing rhythm. You look at any good advanced riders and they make it look easy. They make it look effortless. And that's not because they're lazy, it's because riding smoothly massively reduces workload. And if you're riding a bike all day, you want to reduce that workload as much as possible. And the less energy you waste, the longer you can comfortably ride. So here's your bonus tip. Don't overheat. And that's don't overheat, not don't overeat. Overheating slowly destroys stamina. You might not feel it straight away, but you will. Your body will start to feel it probably before you realise. And a lot of people are too stubborn to admit that they're cooking inside their new coats, their new jackets, their new leggings. If you're too hot, your concentration drops, you become tired faster, and your mood disappears very quickly. So manage your layers properly. Open the vents early. Remove layers before sweating starts, and use lightweight base layers. The products on the market today are fantastic, so much better than years ago. You spend hundreds of pounds on a helmet, you might even spend a couple of £100 on gloves. Do yourself a favour and buy some good base layers. A slightly cool rider feels better at the end of the day than an overheated one. So those are 5 plus your bonus tips that genuinely help reduce fatigue on longer motorcycle trips. And the best part is, none of them cost anything, not unless you're going into buying technical clothing. Long distance riding isn't about suffering, it's about making the ride so enjoyable you can't wait to get back on your bike the following morning. If you've got your own touring fatigue tips and you'd like to share them, leave them in a comment below. I'd genuinely love to hear all about it. And if you enjoy motorcycle touring and want more tips and tricks, then please consider subscribing and following the channel. Give us a thumbs up, it helps the algorithm. You know the rest, blah blah blah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Safe riding.